you're trying to get pregnant and you're wondering, is my baby a starseed? Well, today in this collective reading, I'm going to channel 3 different starseeds that are currently ascending on Earth. So go ahead and pick a card A, B, or C, and let's get into this collective reading. So you felt drawn to letter A. Letter A is Sirius, a Sirius starseed. Syrian starseeds are currently ascending on the Earth en masse. There are a massive number of Syrians coming to the Earth right now. And what do I know about all of the Syrian starseeds that I have met? Well, Sirius is a planet that is very technologically advanced and very emotionally advanced. The Syrians have a very close connection with us Earthlings, and they are our closest star system. The Syrians really care about the evolution of humanity. They really care about humans as people. So many of them are very invested in coming to the Earth to serve in the collective awakening of humanity. They are deeply connected to their emotions. They are deeply empathic. So they come to serve as healers, mentors, teachers. They might be what you would consider light workers. They really serve in humanity. Many of them will come through with the abilities to see and sense illness. Many of them are medical intuitives. They can connect with the frequency of people. They deeply care about people, and because they deeply care about people, they are very compassionate. Syrians are very spiritually advanced. Many of them have already become enlightened. So they come to Earth with their knowledge of expansion and connection through heart-centered consciousness. And they come to serve to lead us out of the darkness and into the light, so to speak. They are deeply compassionate about humanity, and they know a lot about Earth. They know a lot about the ancient times on Earth, and within their DNA, encoded within their DNA, is all of our history, all of the Earth's history. So they come in remembering and knowing more of their true essence. They are very wise beyond their years. As babies, they will be so wise beyond their years. They will say things as 3 and 4 and 5 years old, and you'll literally crane your neck and be like, what did he or she just say? They are advanced beyond their years. They are technologically advanced and spiritually advanced. And as they bring this knowledge to Earth, these babies who will grow up to be young children and then the adults of tomorrow, they will create the new systems. They will be the teachers of tomorrow, the doctors of tomorrow, the healers of tomorrow. But what they tell me is that through technology, there is a lot of technology coming to the Earth that you cannot even imagine, particularly in the healing arena. There is med-bed technology coming to the Earth. There is vibrational frequencies, sound frequencies coming to the Earth, and these starseeds will be the pioneer of ushering in this new paradigm of healing and sound frequency. If you are a parent of a Syrian starseed, you've been on a journey, you've been on a transformation, because you've already become enlightened from where you're from. You're a starseed yourself, make no mistake. If you're bringing through a starseed, you are a starseed. And essentially, what is a starseed? A starseed is a soul that's had other lives beyond the 3rd dimensional frequency. So you've moved beyond 5D, 6D, 7D potentially, or maybe just 5D. You have been outside of the 3D realm. So the Syrian starseeds are coming into parents who have already awakened in other realities, but potentially you've forgotten. So you've been on this journey of awakening. You've had to unravel yourself from the matrix construct. You've had to remember who you are so that you can conceive this baby. So your journey may have looked a little challenging. You may have been on this journey of not conceiving exactly when you wanted to, even if that was 3 months, 3 years, or 9 years, okay? You haven't conceived exactly when you wanted to. You didn't say, okay, I'm going to get pregnant this month, and then ta-da, you've gotten pregnant this month. There's been some waiting in your journey to conceive, and that waiting period has been necessary because it's catapulted you into the version of you that you needed to become to conceive this baby. Sirius beings are fifth dimensional beings, but to understand what that means a little bit, let's start with what is a third dimensional being. So the earth realm where we currently are is a third dimensional realm. The third dimensional reality is our everyday reality. It's the world that we live in. It's physicality. It includes a loss of identity, the ego self, and the loss of group awareness. It's a very dense and heavy realm. People come here to Earth to experience separation consciousness, or the illusion of separation. In other realities and dimensions, there is no loss of self. There is no separation. Everyone knows that they are connected to the whole, but in this reality that does not occur. One has to awaken out of separation consciousness, or the illusion that one is separate from self. It is from here, when one awakens out of the illusion of separation consciousness, that the biggest integrations and healings can occur. It is why many beings come here to this school of life on planet Earth. Then as we move beyond the third dimension, we move into the fourth dimension, which is the dimension which is often associated with time. This adds a temporal aspect to the reality that's experienced in third dimensional frequency. The fourth dimension contains the includement of volumetric awareness and group consciousness. You begin waking up out of the self, the ego, into group identity, but you don't lose the ego completely. As your vibration increases, your ability to recognize past, present, and future becomes more fluid. This is where we start stepping into the aspect of multi-dimensional reality, that all realities can be happening at once and time is no longer linear. On Earth currently, fourth dimensional reality is currently overlapping third dimensional reality, and we can see this through the collaboration of people worldwide who are wanting peace, who are wanting unity and wanting connection, as opposed to the separation that happens in the 3D reality. Fifth dimensional reality is one of heart-centered consciousness. It's one of unity. It's one where the consciousness of the collective becomes one. There is no separation from self. So the people can come together as one. We can rise and be as one as humanity. Fifth dimensional consciousness is no longer bound by linear time. It's a reality where we awaken and we evolve and we remember our true essence and more of who we are. So back to the Syrians. The Syrians reside and come from fifth dimensional frequency. Many Syrians now incarnating on Earth have never been in the 3D reality before. They have never experienced duality and separation consciousness in the way that we have here on Earth. So they are coming to Earth en masse to help humanity shift and evolve into this higher state of consciousness. So if you have chosen a Syrian starseed, or if one has chosen you, If you have opened your heart and your soul to bring in a Syrian starseed, then get excited, future Mama Bear. Your baby is going to transform your life. If you would like to connect with your spirit baby, know more, learn more, discover their starseed origins, I do offer one-to-one sessions, and you can find the link for booking in the description box below. You resonated with the letter B, and we have aquatic beings. Aquatic beings are currently ascending on the earth. Aquatic beings are connected deeply to the water element. So if you are bringing through an aquatic starseed, you will live near a large body of water. It could be an ocean, a river, a lake, but your life will be near the water. I live on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I'm a 2-minute walk from the beach. So you don't necessarily have to live 2 minutes away, but you will live near a body of water. The body of water will be a part of your life. You yourself will enjoy being near the water. You could potentially live in the city and your family have a lake house where you go every weekend. You will live near the water, and a water will be a part of your life. And I'll tell you why that is important. Because aquatic beings that come from Mntaka is one starseed planet. The other one is Coal, which there are very, very, very few Kolos currently incarnating on the earth. These beings are deeply connected to the element of water. The water on their planets is crystalline. It is literally see-through. And these beings are coming to earth to ascend the vibration of the water element. They will be so connected to the water. They will be into kayaking, rafting, surfing, rivering, fishing. They are connected to the water. Aquatic beings are very emotive. They're very sensitive. They are deeply connected to their emotions. They are very fluid and very watery in nature. They are very soft beings. They go with the flow or go with the current of water, so to speak. They live in heart-centered consciousness. These aquatic beings have never been to the earth before. They've never been in the 3D density. Now, does that mean you haven't had a life with these beings before? Absolutely not. It just means that any life that you've had with these beings was in other dimensions and other frequencies. It didn't happen in the 3D reality. These beings have the ability to communicate telepathically with one another, and usually with a primary parent. I listened to a really brilliant podcast recently called The Telepathy Tapes, and it's outstanding, and it's about these children that are coming through with the ability to telepathically communicate, and they've done all these tests and scientifically proven unequivocally that these children can communicate with one parent telepathically. Now, in the telepathy tapes, they're referring to non-verbal autistic children that have this ability. But you mark my words, there's going to be an absolute flood of parents reporting that they have children who can speak, that are choosing to telepathically communicate. And I guarantee you these will be the aquatic beings, the water beings that come from Mntaka and Coal. So why would they be coming to the earth with the ability to telepathically communicate? They're coming with the ability to communicate telepathically so that we can awaken. Many, many, many eons ago, all humans could communicate telepathically, but this has been lost. We have been shut down, repressed, and we've forgotten who we are. So those beings that are coming in with expanded levels of consciousness are activating us. They are turning dormant parts of us that have been asleep back online. So if you are parenting a child from Mntaka or Coal, an aquatic being consider yourself blessed and honoured, and you have earned your right to parent one of these extraordinary starseed beings. The aquatic beings typically reside in the sixth dimensional consciousness. Now, what does that even mean? Well, to understand sixth dimensional consciousness, we really have to understand 3D reality and 4D reality, because the earth is evolving and ascending into fifth dimensional frequency. So what is the 3D reality? The third dimensional reality is our everyday reality. It's the world that we live in. It's physicality. It includes a loss of identity, the ego self, and the loss of group awareness. It's a very dense and heavy realm. People come here to Earth to experience separation consciousness, or the illusion of separation. In other realities and dimensions, there is no loss of self. There is no separation. Everyone knows that they are connected to the whole. But in this reality, that does not occur. One has to awaken out of separation consciousness, or the illusion that one is separate from self. It is from here, when one awakens out of the illusion of separation consciousness, that the biggest integrations and healings can occur. It is why many beings come here to this school of life on planet Earth. Then as we move beyond the third dimension, we move into the fourth dimension, which is the dimension which is often associated with time. This adds a temporal aspect to the reality that's experienced in third dimensional frequency. The fourth dimension contains the inclusion of volumetric awareness and group consciousness. You begin waking up out of the self, the ego, into group identity, but you don't lose the ego completely. As your vibration increases, your ability to recognize past, present, and future becomes more fluid. This is where we start stepping into the aspect of multi-dimensional reality, that all realities can be happening at once and time is no longer linear. On Earth currently, fourth dimensional reality is currently overlapping third dimensional reality, and we can see this through the collaboration of people worldwide who are wanting peace, who are wanting unity and wanting connection, as opposed to the separation that happens in the 3D reality. Fifth dimensional reality is one of heart-centered consciousness. It's one of unity. It's one where the consciousness of the collective becomes one. There is no separation from self. So the people can come together as one. We can rise and be as one as humanity. The Earth is moving from third dimensional density through fourth dimensional density into fifth dimensional frequency. As the Kol and the Mntaka beings come down, these aquatic starseeds, they come from sixth dimensional frequency. And what's that going to do for the Earth? It's going to allow us to ascend in consciousness and move from 3D density effortlessly into 5D frequency. Sixth dimensional frequency includes awareness of the dimension itself. And here on Earth, this is often referred to as Christ consciousness, where the frequency of the dimension has the level of consciousness that Jesus Christ had here on Earth. From this frequency, a total remembrance occurs, and one begins taking responsibility for the whole as a collective rather than the self. Keeping that in mind, you can see how extraordinary this will be for planet Earth when these beings that have got this level of consciousness come to Earth and they anchor their frequency here on the planet. Imagine people who are totally asleep, unaware of anything outside of the self and the ego mind, able to ascend into, I take responsibility for the whole, and my ego self crumbles and disintegrates. if you are parenting an aquatic being, I salute you, because it will be an extraordinary journey and your consciousness will evolve and expand. If you would like to learn more about this extraordinary starseed, or more about your journey communicating with your spirit baby, I offer one-to-one sessions, and you can find the booking link in the description box below. You felt drawn to the letter C. You are connecting today with Lyran energy. This is a Lyra starseed. Lyran starseeds are extraordinary. They are not cats, they are humanoid, cat-like people. They are deeply connected to their intuition. They can sense frequencies and information through their vibrational energy field. They are deeply connected to serving humans in the evolution of Earth currently happening now on our planet. Lyrans are coming in with a sixth dimensional consciousness, but to understand sixth dimensional consciousness, we really have to understand third dimensional frequency, fourth dimensional frequency, fifth and beyond. So the Earth currently 3D reality, moving through 4D into 5D. So what is the 3D reality? The third dimensional reality is our everyday reality. It's the world that we live in. It's physicality. It includes a loss of identity, the ego self, and the loss of group awareness. It's a very dense and heavy realm. People come here to Earth to experience separation consciousness, or the illusion of separation. In other realities and dimensions, there is no loss of self. There is no separation. Everyone knows that they are connected to the whole. But in this reality, that does not occur. One has to awaken out of separation consciousness, or the illusion that one is separate from self. It is from here, when one awakens out of the illusion of separation consciousness, that the biggest integrations and healings can occur. It is why many beings come here to this school of life on planet Earth. Then as we move beyond the third dimension, we move into the fourth dimension, which is the dimension which is often associated with time. This adds a temporal aspect to the reality that's experienced in third dimensional frequency. The fourth dimension contains the includement of volumetric awareness and group consciousness. You begin waking up out of the self, the ego, into group identity, but you don't lose the ego completely. As your vibration increases, your ability to recognize past, present, and future becomes more fluid. This is where we start stepping into the aspect of multi-dimensional reality, that all realities can be happening at once and time is no longer linear. On Earth currently, fourth dimensional reality is currently overlapping third dimensional reality, and we can see this through the collaboration of people worldwide who are wanting peace, who are wanting unity and wanting connection, as opposed to the separation that happens in the 3D reality. Fifth dimensional reality is one of heart-centered consciousness. It's one of unity. It's one where the consciousness of the collective becomes one. There is no separation from self. So the people can come together as one. We can rise and be as one as humanity. Lyran starseeds are very intuitive and very psychic. Many of these children will say extraordinary things, like they'll be able to speak to your relative who has passed away. These starseeds are very intuitive and they have a deep sense of knowing. They will say things and do things that they have no explanation for. Many of them have advanced psychic abilities that involve all of the senses. Many people on Earth now have one primary access sense, the way that you receive intuitive hits and information. I made a video about this previously, so if you're interested about that, you can watch the video here. But many of us have a primary access sense, so you may be clairsentient or clairvoyant or claircognate. Lyrans have all of their senses turned on, so they have the ability to see clairvoyantly, to feel clairsentiently, to know with claircognance. Imagine you've got one primary access sense and the Lyrans are all activated. These are little super powerful beings. You cannot pull the wool over the eyes of the Lyrans. They can spot bulldust a mile away. They've got this radar that's like, woo, 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 woo. You're lying to me. These children must always be parented with age-appropriate truth. They can spot a lie a mile away. The Lyrans are coming through and they are going to bust through the systems that need change. The political system will fall. The education system will fall. The banking system will fall. And what do I mean by fall? These systems are broken. They are outdated. The education system is broken beyond repair. Education in the past was to teach children to be worker bees, to follow rules, to stay in line. That no longer flies in the new paradigm. We have woken up to the fact that our children were being deeply programmed in the school system. So the school system will change to make way for teaching our children how to grow and how to flourish, how to manage money, how to create systems and structures for the evolution of humanity, not the enslavement and the entrapment of humanity. The banking system is rigged. It is completely rigged, and it is going to fall to make way for a system that is better for everyone on Earth. The medical system will fall. Big Pharma will fall to make way for these systems that are going to transform the planet. 25 years from now, you will not even recognize planet Earth. And the Lyrans are going to be at the forefront of this change with their extraordinary bulldust radars sweeping through. They will be the pioneers of tomorrow. They will be the leaders, the teachers, the politicians. I don't think they're going to be politicians like we've got today, but there's going to be some sort of structure and system that's going to transform the Earth. And why are the Lyrans at the forefront of this change? Because they've seen this before. They've seen their planet be destroyed and distracted by powers that be above them on their planet. They've seen the destruction and the dissolution of their planet. Many of them fled and took root in other galaxies, locations and places around the universe. So many of these Lyrans have volunteered to come to Earth and serve in the awakening of humanity, because not on their watch will they see the same thing happen on planet Earth that happened on their planet. If you are bringing through a Lyran starseed, then I salute you, Mama Bear. You are a warrior. And if you'd like to know more, learn more, or connect with your baby with their starseed origins, I do offer one-to-one sessions, and you can find the booking link in the description box below.